YouTube has a lot of kids content, and a lot of it is really messed up. But even though we're fathers ourselves, we're not qualified to make judgments on this content. So today, we invited a child psychologist, Dr. Payne Bryson, to join us.
I'm a pediatric and adolescent psychotherapist, and I'm the founder and executive director of a multidisciplinary clinical practice called the Center for Connection.
She's here to help us figure out if these videos are dangerous for our children.
Like Nastia is one of the biggest channels on YouTube, and she's basically grown up from being a toddler on this YouTube channel.
Okay, so I love that this is, an experience some kids would identify as like they're hiding something about themselves for peer approval, but it's not working for them.
It's all wrong. You get a F.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, she's got branding all over her bedroom.
Oh my goodness.
She sure does.
Pictures of herself.
So are we worried that kids are going to worry that if they are out in the sun, that something will happen that fast to their face?
I guess so.
I'm not even sure if kids are really like that attuned to making fun of kids with freckles.
No, they're not. No, we've just suggested a new way for the kids to bully, but. Here, I imagine I can kind of tell where it's going, is that she feels bad, they're kind of mean to her, she keeps hiding and hiding, and then something changes really quickly, and then she gives a message that she hasn't been embodying. She's like, always be yourself. But what we've just seen is 5 minutes of the opposite of that message.
Yeah, and then
So-
it keeps resetting back to forgetting that message.
Exactly. So, and kids are gonna much more pick up on what they're seeing her do as opposed to the verbal sort of, motivational point at the end. They're really probably taking in more about the negative stuff.
At school. Wow! Hi, teacher.
Hi, Nastia.
I'm gonna sit here because your breath stinks.
Hi, Evelyn.
Looks pretty clean to me.
Yeah, that's
My
not
two
funny.
toys are on the floor.
Plus, it's kind of judgmental. Like her friends invited her over. She comes over and
I have a lint roller.
yeah, she's kind of micro picking on her friend as every bit of imperfection.
It feels a little Kardashian. It's like, oh, you should have a decorated room, and you should have nice clothes, and you should be clean, and you should have toys, and
Right. Yeah, how could you live like that, right?
yeah.
Like you need a stylist at 7. It's also giving a lot of attention to stuff we don't necessarily want to value. See, look, now she's all like, all of a sudden she's grown up 4 years and she's, glammed out to be accepted instead of actually just like, I accept you for who you are, you're my friend, I like you because you're smart and interesting, or we have fun together.
I mean, it feels like the YouTube video is all just making fun of kids if they're not clean.
And it really, here's the overall message is you're not okay the way you are. Like, isn't this about diversity? Is this
Yeah.
still about diversity? To me, this is like completely the opposite.
Yeah, she's trying to turn her into another version of herself.
100%. Honestly, that's anti-diversity messaging here. Look, oh, now they're even dressing the same.
Yeah. Getting weird. I'm getting real weird vibes.
Yeah, I don't like that. It honestly, it's a little bit sexualizing of everything. And like, I mean, these little girls look like they're 7 or 8, and that they should be making sure that they look pretty and pulled together. I don't think so.
The world of YouTube is one where the only thing holding you back from getting more views is usually your own integrity.
Well, should we just go to the dark side? I think you're just gonna have to type SpiderMan Elsa.
Okay, so that sounds okay.
You might skip around in this because it's really hard to watch some of this stuff.
Oh, God.
Yes.
And these are obviously targeting kids.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Coming in over the road!
take Spider-Man, you take Elsa, like two of the most recognizable characters for kids.
Well, and often boy and girl number ones,
Yep,
right?
exactly.
My God. My arm. Yeah, my arm.
So strange. It's hitting on bathroom humor here, right? Like having to go to the bathroom and possibly vomit, you know, barf and poop, and that's, and then yeah, pregnancy. And, oh my God.
It's tough to concentrate. Assaulting your senses just a little bit. Let's talk about thumbnails. You know, in the world of YouTube, you want eyeballs, and you are up against everybody else that also wants your eyeballs. A kid pops onto YouTube, and this is what they see, and everybody's fighting for that child's attention. What is your reaction to looking at these thumbnails here?
Like when you guys look at this as parents, you can tell very quickly product-based, candy-based, toy-based, lots of stimulation.
Right there. There's a girl going to the bathroom on the beach.
We're not talking about a potty training, you know, 2-year-old there. She's prepubescent. She's starting puberty even.
That's disgusting. YouTube can do better. I know they can do better.
Like, what is
There's
that?
another like poking a butt thing. Yeah. What are the things that kids are curious about that don't really get talked about? You know, needles, pregnancy, toilets, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Supposedly YouTube started clamping down on this stuff a little bit. This only came out 2 years ago. So I guess it's not that clamped down. Whoa.
Yeah, look at Elsa's.
9.4, hit it. Let's go. Let's go. Dark side, let's go. When something has this many views on YouTube, it's because kids are watching it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I mean, Elsa's hot. No one can disagree with that. That's a one-eye twitch.
Pull up one of the needle ones. Like, let's just, like, we're
Let's
not
just do it.
Let's just
go,
Just
man.
do
Just-
it. Getting sick after fun game. Oh God. Oh no.
Oh, I touched a plant.
It's just a little steroids.
Yeah, basically, right?
Her butt's big.
Oh, what was that motion there? That looked really sexual.
I think they have to stick something in her butt. So they definitely consulted with some child psychologists before making
Yeah, you
this to
can
make sure it's-
tell. You mean some pornography producers? Yeah, I would not want my kids watching this. Yeah, it'd be great if there were some rules and regulations enforced around what is kid content and what's not kid content. People are really intentional about making it look like kid content when actually it's harmful to kids.
YouTube is putting it on their servers. It's part of their environment, their ecosystem, right? They split their ad. YouTube takes 55%. So yes, Google does bear responsibility 100% in this situation. So do parents.
55%.
Sorry, 55%.
So they benefit when people put stuff out there that is strange enough or dangerous enough that it's more appealing.
If it's monetized, and granted, like certain things can get flagged. When you're uploading videos, there's an internal review process where you self-review, you self-rate your video. There's a whole list. There's also the checkbox. Is this for kids? You know, yes or no?
And don't forget that little blurb that tells you to make sure you're following all the laws. And there's a
performative.
learn more link. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
performative. It's useless.
It's our responsibility to make sure that we're curating safety in terms of what they're seeing visually. And if it's not a show that we know will start and end, and we feel good about the content, if it's something like they could click on stuff or could take them to something else, adult eyes should really be on it.
Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of, obviously, of like parents being responsible for their children, but I also am a big proponent of companies taking responsibility for what's on their servers. I would like to see any videos with children younger than 13 just not eligible for monetization, personally. It would eliminate the entire exploitation industry around filming your kids and forcing them to work. Because once again, there's zero regulations protecting children.
Like when you're talking about the movie industry, you know, it's not like that's happening all over the place. It's happening, you know, in places where there's money and there's studios and those kinds of things. Could be happening anywhere in the world. Yeah. And so it's way more kids that have the potential to be exploited than were happening in studios. And by the way, one of the things we want to say to our kids is there might be some time you see something that's confusing to you or that makes you feel uncomfortable, and you should come and talk to me and we'll make sense of it together. Just like the conversation about sex or anything like that isn't a one-time conversation, it's ongoing conversations. We should be having ongoing conversations with our kids about what they're seeing, how it makes them feel, what they learned about them.
The biggest behemoth in the world of YouTube kids entertainment, it's Coco Melon. Coco Melon is the largest kids channel on YouTube. And they kind of made a name for themselves because they did a lot of 3D animation. They have a lot of music-based stuff. This portrays itself as being educational. Is there any education?
Yeah.
pretty harmless.
I love it.
I mean, Coco Melon, yeah, it's a song about a lesson or some moral thing.
So you're getting that good, like, rhythmic, predictable rhythm. And the brain loves predictability, which is why when you said it's a lot of them they're kind of the same. Predictability in our nervous system is a cue of safety. We know what's coming.
My younger daughter's like just phasing out of being interested in this. For her, it's just the music sticks with her, you know, just tunes and melodies and rhymes. So it's just kids reacting to hearing this sound.
That kid has a great stair descent.
It's really appealing, isn't it?
I kind of want to try this.
Rhythm like this also is great for language acquisition. Any kind of rhyming or rhythmic play with words and letters. I love that there's diversity among the characters. I also love you're getting lots of reps around school is fun and lovely, and I love my teacher. Look, she helps me. I get hurt at school, she's gonna help me. So this is giving a message of you can count on other grown-ups outside of your parents to show up for you and take care of you.
That's good to hear. So one of the coolest things with our videos is that we get a lot of awesome comments from people that help us further our knowledge of what's out there on YouTube. What is a channel that is popular, that's being watched by a lot of kids that you think should not be on YouTube and be being watched by kids? Also, what is a channel that you think has been really positive and healthy for your kids to watch? What would you recommend that people put in front of their children? Hopefully it can help us and anyone else out there navigate all the kids' videos that are on YouTube. Is there anything that you would hope people would take away from this video?
I think the idea that just be thoughtful about what they're being exposed to. Cumulatively, it really does make a difference. It makes a difference in terms of what they give attention to. What they give attention to changes how their brain gets wired. And so we want to be really intentional about what our child's giving attention to in the world. And the most important thing is always relationships.
Dr. Payne Bryson, thank you for taking the time to join us. Is there anything that you'd love for our audience to perhaps look at if they want to learn more about what your kind of field of expertise is in?
Thank you. Yeah, you can find me on social media at Payne Bryson, and I've got all kinds of books and all kinds of free content available on my website.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.